It's opening night of the 2026 fall sports season out here in the Valley, and what better way to kick off a new season than featuring Richland County rivals Madison and Clear Fork. One program trying to replace 13 seniors while the other brings back 13 seniors, and you can watch it all go down live and free right here inside of the fabulous Colt Corral. We've got all the action coming up next.
Better off without all the talking. Don't even speak, but they still be stalking. Eyes on the prize, just keep on walking. I'm burst, but I can't stop pouring. Scoring, no, I won't stop scoring. Boring, that man just bore me. Don't care if you're born before me. Coming too hard and you won't ignore me, know me. Couldn't ever call me no.
Being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
At Mechanics Bank, banking is more than transactions. It's about the people behind them. From helping you navigate life to cheering on our local teams, we're here for you. Because banking is personal, and so are we. Mechanics Bank. Independent, local, always your bank.
When you buy supplements online, you don't always know what you're getting. Some products can be counterfeit, expired, improperly stored, or sourced from sellers you can't verify. At Wellspring Custom Pharmacy and Health Source, we prioritize trusted brands and quality standards so you can feel confident in what you put in your body and get real guidance so you're only buying what you need. Skip the guesswork and shop local at Wellspring Custom Pharmacy and Health Source, located in Ontario.
Better off without all the talking. Don't even speak, but they still be stalking. Eyes on the prize, just keep on walking. I'm burst, but I can't stop pouring. Scoring, no, I won't stop scoring. Boring, that man just bore me. Don't care if you're born before me. Coming too hard and you won't ignore me, know me. Couldn't ever call me no normie. Don't even speak, but she still adores me. Explores me when I need respect.
It's your pregame coverage presented by Global Energy Partners. We've got Cross County rivals tonight. Completely different situations, though. Clear Fork and Madison just about to go head-to-head here to kick off a brand new season of high school sports on the OH Report. Welcome to Belleville, Ohio, ladies and gents. I'm Brian Skowronski, Travis Berardi, my sidekick here tonight. It's just great to be back, T, and I think especially for a fun rivalry, this is what it's all about. Two teams like this meeting to get everything started. What more could you ask for?
Absolutely, and kind of a flip-flop from last year was the Madison Rams senior full team looking to do great things. They knew their plan was that year to do it. They fell in the district final, but for Clear Fork, this is the year that they think can do something. 2 district championships back-to-back, but it's this year with this senior class that they think they can go further.
Potential is just that. We'll see if they're able to meet it here tonight, that being the Clear Fork Colts. But first, we step aside for the playing of our national anthem as we set the scene with the Star Spangled Banner. And with that, the stage is set. So let's tell you about both of these teams going head-to-head here tonight, beginning with the visitors from Madison. And you will likely not recognize many people out there on the pitch starting today. Graduation wiped them out, Travis. Obviously, all new starters across the board for the Rams, coming off those back-to-back district finals appearances that you mentioned. But it's going to have a much different feel than the last couple of seasons when they're replacing that much. So there's plenty to be learned for the Rams here tonight.
But they have the right guy to do the teaching. As you can see, Tim Lord, who's averaging 10 wins a season.
Pretty good.
Don't know if they're going to be able to keep that streak going at 10 wins per season, but you never know. With Tim Lord, with seeing these players ahead of them get the experience, you still play JV, you still get in sometimes in garbage time. So it's just a matter of how fast this team can learn under his system and continue to play Madison's soccer.
One guy they think that they can rely on, Zach Davies, one of only a handful of returning players that actually got minutes last year. And he put up okay numbers in his opportunities, 4 assists. You like that? So he's the returning best point getter that they had. And you would think, Travis, as a senior, this is a really awesome opportunity to kind of just step into a starring role here, night number 1. Take control.
Absolutely, 100%. If you have the opportunity to do something you saw with a stacked team last year, you were able to get some goals and assists, but knowing now that the weight is on your shoulders, it's his time to either shine or, maybe just hand it off to somebody else to do it. But I think he's going to have a very good season for Madison.
And on the flip side of the coin for Clear Fork tonight, a similar position that Madison was in just last year. 13 seniors will make up the bulk of the roster. Several of them, too, you will recognize them. 3- and 4-year starters here for the Colts. So this appears to be the crescendo up to this point for Nate Gailey now in year number 9.
Yeah, this is the year they've had circled for the last 4 years. He knew with the mini Colts that this could be a good group, and they've already shown out. 2 district championships already, ran into, I think, Worthington Christian and Wyoming in those 2 years, but now they have that experience, they have that big group, and they have high hopes for this season.
And you had an opportunity to talk to him just a couple of minutes ago to get his thoughts on the preseason and then coming in with a little bit of hype. Here's what Coach had to say.
This is a senior class that they've earned some hardware already, a couple of district championships, but this is the year that you guys have had circled for the last few years with this class. Just what have you guys been able to do building off of last year's regional run again and getting ready for what you guys think is going to be a very good season?
Yeah, going into the summer, one of the things we challenged that senior class with was there has to be a different tone at practice every day. Like, if you want to go farther, you know what it takes to get to where you were, and that's not good enough anymore. So you have to set that tone, and they've done that. And so we've been intentional. We've structured practices differently. We've actually even conditioned harder this year in the summer, and I think it's paid off. Like, we're maybe in the best shape they've been as a class in 4 years. So it's good to see, and we're ready to play some games that matter. So it's great that it's finally here, because I feel like we were working, we kind of hit a lull. Like, okay, these last couple of weeks have kind of drug on, so we're ready for kickoff.
And what do you expect out of this? You have your normal opening night rival, a Madison team that they graduate everybody from a year last year that went to a district final, but you just said that lull. What do you expect out of your boys coming out of that lull and finally playing a match that matters?
Yeah, I think they're focused. They're ready to go. They know, like, this is their rival, right? These are their buddies. I think that always helps. Even talking to Coach Tim before the game, we have a mutual opponent who we play Tuesday, and they just scrimmaged, and they fared well against them. And so we know that even though they lost some guys, it's Madison, and so they have some guys. We played them in Summer League, and it was a competitive game. So looking forward to that. I don't think the boys need much motivation. They're ready to play, ready to show the crowd that shows up who they are and how much they've grown even from last year.
Well, good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So Nate, obviously a class act and has really developed a program here. You talked about from the biddies up. They've got a lot of participation, plenty of talent right now, Travis. And for that young man, after 8 years here, it certainly feels like it's built up to what should be a very special season.
Kind of like the trust the process of Philly, but actually they are able to trust the process and get good results out of it. It's what he's built. It's his game plan, and finally, this is the year that he can really, bring it to the soccer pitch.
Colts started with the rock. Madison defending right now. This was our spotlighted player, Davies, helping get it out of their back line. Now Isaiah Bluss, the junior, barrels through, gives it to Dominic Merritt. It'll be interesting to see here in what areas the Colts feel like they can really exploit Madison early. They've got a big experience difference out on the pitch.
And the direct opposite for Madison. I'm interested to see how they attack, or if they think we're just going to play back a couple extra defensemen and maybe get our, pick and choose the attacks that we get, or are they just going to continue to go right at you?
Turnover here in the middle of the pitch, undercooked from Jace Feeman. Allows Micah Finley to play it down the line. Broken up, though, by Michael Martin.
You have to think, too, with what Coach Lord said before the game that Madison was, hey, this is a Clear Fork team that was in our position last year. They expect to come out here and have a great season, but for Madison, maybe it's just one of those house money types. This is our first game. Let's see what we can do offensively. If something works, stick with it. And, hey, got nothing to lose right now.
They're doing their best to, right now, just keep the ball away from their star in the middle of the field, Kade Beachy, who does get a touch here. We'll spotlight him here, the next dead ball. Really evolved. The evolution of Kade has been awesome to watch over the last several years. 4-year starter here for the Colts. And here is Kade turning, a little bit of room, and what a ball out to Finn McCauley. Tracks it down, right foot, poked across the front, and it's in there. The Colts strike first. Kabuto Setzer, his first shot of the season, and it lands in the Eagles' nest.
I mean, that was just a great job by Clear Fork. Textbook, get it down on the goal line, get the cross in. Nobody picked him up on the backside, and he just deposited the cash into the ATM.
Ka-ching, just like that. Colts up 1-0.
I don't know if you were watching our commercial. He was the first Clear Fork player to be featured on our hype. Maybe that's a sign.
You just kind of set things in motion, I think, with that edit.
You're
Travis.
welcome, Belleville. You're welcome, Clear Fork. Yeah.
That's right.
But that was a very textbook goal. But Madison on the other end.
Merritt, actually that was Easton Grant. Big heavy touch off of his right foot. Looked like he had something cooking, a potential one-on-one with Wes Benoit, and never even got the chance. It's right here, Travis. Wow, that's tough touch.
Yep. But I love the enthusiasm out of Madison immediately, trying to get right back at you. Punches, counter punches.
McCauley showcasing the speed. It's busted up last minute. Chase Hunsinger.
And I think we have a stoppage for an injury. So give us a chance to see our player spotlight for the Colts, right, Brian?
Yeah, let's take a look at the spotlight for Kade Beachy, that gentleman right there. And boy, what a career this dude has had. And just talks about the evolution. He started his career freshman, sophomore season, and he was a skilled distributor. Last season, I felt like he just kind of blossomed into a dynamic playmaker. So wherever he touches the ball now, he's a threat. You saw the touch. He got the assist to set up the assist for the first goal here tonight. And he plays a ton of minutes, rarely checks out, and I think you could say he's probably the most exciting returning player in Richland County this year.
Yeah, and, he was every accolade, all Ohio, all Lakes, Great Lakes region, all the accolades, but even the picture shows he's kind of like the Vecna of the squad, like you said earlier, Brian. Like, he's the one that's running everything behind the scenes and in front, too, but we saw that with the assist on the opening goal of the season for Clear Fork, where they expect to have a lot of them.
See Wes way out at the football 25-yard line. Madison collects in the midfield. Davies pushes it out wide. Nice touch. They've got three fanned across the top. Broken up, though. Michael Martin steps in the way. Is this shot? Tough save, but Bunnell able to take it off the ricochet.
And that's just a great job by him to get in front of it. Not much traffic off of that shot. But, you know, always that first shot on goal during the season, it's always the toughest to get, but he's able to clean it up and keep Madison off the board.
Rams have had 2 nice buildups thus far. And if you're Clear Fork, you are replacing one of your 2 seniors who's on that back line for you. Played some big minutes, so that's a new void that they're going to have to address here. Got Coy Berry back there. He's a senior. But the freshman, Michael Martin, it's going to be interesting if he's going to be able to fill in that role.
And that's where the senior leadership comes into play, even from guys like Kade. He can't do everything, but what they can do is just, you know, teach these young players during the summer, during the scrimmages, and even in games like this, just how to get better. They're not going to be freshmen after a few games, especially with the leadership they have on this squad.
Nice find, Beachy. Some greenery in front. Now pressured from behind. That'll draw a whistle. Get a free kick off the foul from Grant Easton.
Yeah, you don't want to get him in an empty space. If there's a good foul, that's probably a good one because it allows your defense to get back and set up. Because you let him get out in the open space, man, you're going to have a tough time stopping that. I got blocked.
Over the boundary. Little hold up and play, as it's going to be a Clear Fork throw. Headed down the line, kept in play here by the Rams. Colts again, another throw in. They'll have Setzer, who's got the goal. Looking for A.J. Swindle in the middle, and that one is broken up, and they'll get it to the feet of Zach Davies. Big bomb. See the speed of Easton Grant. He's beat his defender more than once already. Can't get there before it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, and that's something that Madison's found out early here in the first 7 minutes of this match is maybe they can get a pass out there, a lead pass, and get some more goal opportunities against this Clear Fork squad. And like you said, they're replacing one of their best defenders out here, so they're trying to take advantage of that early on too.
Nice triangle operation there. Owen Weichel out to the wing. McCauley sends it in. Setzer came flying. Heavy traffic, and the Rams poke it out, at least for now. Back to Martin. Looking to switch fields. It'll sneak through. Jude Gailey on the charge. And last touch by Jude. He thought he knocked it off of Max Thomas. And did not end up bringing the call. Another look at that cross from McCauley. As the ball finds its way into Colt territory and will trickle out of bounds towards the fence. Just over 7 minutes gone by here. Opening half, night 1 of the high school sports season. And it has become a muggy night here in Belleville. Was cool, temperatures decent, upper 70s. When we arrived here about an hour and a half ago, it felt like it was much cooler out, and all of a sudden, kind of a swamp situation here, Travis.
At least here in the press box. Down on the field when I was doing my interview with Coach Gailey, it was very nice, a good breeze. But then you get up into this press box that's been hit with the sun for the last couple of days. The windows have been closed. It's a hot box out here. But hey, I need to lose some pounds. It's all right. Sweat it out a little bit.
Go for like 1-2 gallons. We'll see.
I don't want to dehydrate though, but yeah.
Setups a little bit behind Beachy. One-timer. Swindle has it returned to sender there by Michael Finley. McCauley drawing some attention. Caden Bishop forces him out.
I'm going to say it's the last off of him.
We do have a full crew out here. ARs on each side. And a head official.
We have multiple games going on in North Central Ohio tonight, soccer-wise, too. So that's a very nice sign, seeing we have a couple more refs out on the pitch, because I don't know how many times we've seen just a two-person crew or even just one person running back up and down during the season last year.
Mansfield Christian taking on Mansfield Senior tonight on the road. We also will have coverage for Ontario and Ashland going head-to-head in the Friday night football.
Those are two rivalries we're used to seeing on Football Friday night. The Madison Clear Fork and then that Ashland Ontario matchups became one of those opening night rivalries as well.
Shot from distance. Setzer from about 30 yards away. Places it on net, but into the hands of the keeper. Easy save there for Quentin Fava. Rams certainly holding their own right now, each side with just a pair of shots. Colts right now dictating a lot of the action, keeping the ball down here on their offensive end.
As we expected. But as we always know in the beautiful game, all it takes is just one opportunity for this game to get flipped on its head.
Rams looking to create one right here. Easton Grant. Series of nice moves. He'll set it up right foot off the post. And then Bunnell dives to collect, but that was a flat-out rifle shot near post. Plenty of pace behind that one. But look at that. Just allowed it to sneak around Martin. And then sets it up one time near post. Bunnell with the Superman dive. Fortunate that that did not become the equalizer.
Bunnell last year hit a century mark in saves as that's just punted over the goal.
It's a good charge out by the keeper, Kade Beachy. Couldn't take a comfortable touch here. Just lifts it over top. So the count remains 1-0. About a dozen minutes gone by here at the Colt Corral. Weichel finds McCauley. Off-target touch intended for A.J. Swindoll. Now the youngster, Martin. Nearly gave it away off the throw. A.J. barrels into the legs of Landon Stone, dropped him.
Those are two very good slide tackles for him, and it immediately turns back into an offensive possession for the Colts.
Bit mismeasured right there in the midfield. Weichel trying to push it up top for Kade Beachy. Clear Fork has been just a fraction off on a couple of their buildups.
You know what, the speed of Madison, too, it's still there. Different players, but they are fast to the ball, and they're making that one extra step ahead of Clear Fork, keeping them from having multiple offensive possessions.
Back line holds sturdy. Colts keep it on the pressure. They'll send out wide here for Johnny Annis. Taking his time. And a miss hit for McCauley. So that's swept out of play by Stone. Oh, good find here in the middle. McCauley rips with the right foot. But that swings out wide. Fourth shot of the match for the Colts.
And there was one time where you saw Madison, they were standing around. He was just in the middle. If you're a volleyball fan, that looked like a campfire moment right there. He's just in the middle of everybody, but nobody was covering him. he had plenty of space around him and got the pass and was able to get a nice shot off.
Smooth move by in time for Thomas. Davies immediately pressured. Rams looked like they were going to hang on to possession. Instead, here comes McCauley, but a mistouch. Weichel, Beachy, and McCauley, players that have, I mean, just probably 1,000 varsity minutes at this point combined.
Say those names 5 times fast.
I tried. It didn't go so well. Out wide, a little undercooked. Davies backtracks.
And I know Coach said it in the interview before the game, but this team, you know, when you have so much coming back, you can just do so much during the summer and preseason to get ready. You just want to get back out on the pitch, and you just want to go against competition. And that's what he was saying, is that they've been chomping at the bit to get to football Friday night. And at least early on, they're showing why.
Talking to a couple of the Colts players last week, they said had a great offseason. Undefeated in matches where they were at full strength. Did have one minus half of their starting lineup that they ended up dropping by a goal, but just really thought that they lived up to expectations, at least for the last several weeks and during the summer, and now it's time to put it all together when it actually matters on the scoreboard.
And that's where that first goal of this match was oh so important, because you don't want to have an early letdown. You have all these high expectations. You want to get off to a very strong start in the season.
Oh, McCauley.
Nobody home.
Back post. He was going to get a run. Not enough juice behind that one, and Cooper Brokaw, normally a defender, playing out wide today, and just cut off his run.
But with the Colts, they have Madison today, and then Tuesday, a state semifinalist or state finalist in Central Christian, a team that scrimmaged Madison, so they'll have a little video on that. But, you know, get off to a good start. Get off to a few wins at least in a row. Show that you're not just the hype.
It was the complete opposite last year, where they felt like they were going to be a very competitive team, and then opening night, of course, Madison, they were just a different beast.
Oh, yeah.
Beat them 5-1, and then they get their home opener. Central Christian coming over here to the Colt Corral. I had both of those games on broadcast, and then it was the Comets. Beat them 5-2 in that one, Travis. So they're trying to flip the script. Complete opposite this year, like you said. Prove that now they are the hunted, and they should have the target on their back after consecutive regionals. And a little Meg action there from Graham.
Yep. Add a little nutmeg to that pass. But also the way that Clear Fork responded last year can go into this year. You know, those 2 tough losses where they lost by multiple goals to 2 very good teams, but did that get them down early on? It did not. And what did they do? They ended up winning another district championship and then falling to, I believe, state number 1 in Cincinnati, Wyoming. So, yeah, the script is kind of flipped for this team this year. You think they will be able to maybe do the same that these 2 teams did to them last year.
Yeah, certainly. And after those 2 losses, they did put together a 6-match unbeaten streak. 5 of those W's. Didn't hang their heads. Proved that they were a quality team. And then once they got to tournament time, made the most of it. Back-to-back district champs, and chance to go up 2-0 right here. We'll see. They've got a couple in the picture. Too far out in front of Weichel.
Yep, another good idea. Just not quite on that connection yet here in game number 1, but you got to think once these guys get clicking, man, those are going to be some nice goals.
Give and go here. McCauley comes in the middle. Rockets one through the uprights.
Another solid chance from him, but, you know, just like basketball, shoot or shoot. Keep shooting, young buck, even though if it's wide. You get that sweet spot down. There'll be a lot of goals coming off that foot. Just keep shooting.
Last 4 shots from Clear Fork, all off target. Beautiful setup. Here's Finn. Beachy surveys. Off the parry, will set up AJ. Now he'll lift one left foot. That's into the back. Rocket shot to the nylon. And the Colts on top by a couple.
At first, McCauley had a little bit of a too strong of a touch, and I thought maybe Madison was going to be able to clear it out, but no, the Colts stay composed. They work it around and get it to the rifle of number 16 for the second goal of the game.
AJ Swindle showing some patience. Had 5 goals a season ago. You imagine that number's gonna skyrocket this season, and playing in a bit more of an offensive role right now. Utilizing his monster frame. Certainly he's a nightmare to defend when he's in the box.
Yeah, in Clear Fork, multiple scores with a chance. It's just, they just got to stay selfless. Keep dishing out the love, because you know you have multiple scores. Some nights you're going to get double teamed. Just give it off to somebody else. Make them guard you one-on-one. And early goals like this, you know, coaches scouting, they won't be able to just focus on one guy. So get it going early.
And they do right now. Looking really good here. These Clear Fork Colts now with a 2-0 lead.
And you know what, for the Rams, it's just the direct opposite. These early matches are good chances to see who is that guy that's going to step up and be your goal scorer. Who's going to be that guy that steps up and dishes off the assists. You're a young squad. Take advantage of these matches against good teams to see what you can do.
Swindle again, trying to take aim, and a lot closer than I think the back line thought it was going to be, and nearly touched by the keeper. Referee says no.
No, yeah. Just beyond the fingertips, but that was a boot, man. A little bit of a breeze. I don't know, maybe the wind kind of curved that out. The wind is blowing from facing that goal right to left, so.
Owen Weichel had some room, elected to try to get it out for Kade Beachy for a shot. Weichel, more of a distributor. 19 assists last year. I believe that's up there near the very best seasons in Colts history.
And it was funny, I heard the coaching staff just down below us yelling, shoot the ball. You had some distance. Add that to the repertoire.
And for some players, that just, it needs to be trained early on in Kade's career. His first 2 seasons deferred a lot, as we'll get an injury stoppage. Second time we've seen Easton Grant down. Physical player and showing a lot of promise right now. I think the junior, he's electrified on a couple of occasions. This could be one of the new goal scorers to take over for the likes of Joey Walker and Randy Jamison, the 2 stars, the All-Ohioans that we saw for the Rams the last couple of seasons. But he's a little hobbled right here, Travis.
Yeah, that is not what you want to see out of one of your few returners for the year. A guy that they're going to heavily rely on this year, too. So who will step up for him right now?
And you wonder as well, when you're replacing 13 seniors and all 11 starters,
crazy.
How much you're still determining over the first couple of weeks of the season, guys that are going to get into the rotation. I can't imagine Tim Lord has all the answers yet at this point in the season, as that's deflected on the Beachy shot. So a lot still to be uncovered, I think, for Madison and their staff as far as just who's a good fit for different roles.
I think it was more easier saying, well, this guy's back, has experience. They are playing, you know.
Go. Micah Finley giving chase.
I mean, that all comes down to, you know, false last year, you know, spring soccer, summer soccer. Who have been those guys that have been in the weight room? Who have those guys been that have been putting the extra work in? This is the chance where if you just put the work in, you're going to be given a chance, and then you show it out on the pitch. I mean, this is a great chance for somebody wearing the Madison Ram crest, a chance to become that next dude.
Beachy again into the mix. Stone deflected off of his shin guards.
But also, you know, the coaching staff, these players, this isn't a season that they're punting away either. They want to still contend. Yes, they replaced everybody in the starting lineup, but they don't want to be known as that Madison team that couldn't get anything done. It's a pride factor in it as well.
One big benefit for the Rams and their staff this season is, even though, as Beachy again takes aim, 8th shot here for Clear Fork in these first 25 minutes. But it is a lot of juniors and seniors littered across the roster, and even though you don't get the experience on the varsity field, these are guys that have been in your program for a few seasons, you're familiar with, and you have seen them at the JV ranks. So not a ton that you've seen in the big games, under the Friday night lights, this type of thing. However, there is some familiarity with quite a few. I mean, there's, I believe, 8 seniors across the roster for the Rams this year.
Yeah, and that's how important having that feeder system, having the mini Colts, the mini Rams, starting that system early. So when they do get to high school, playing freshmen, if they have freshman soccer, JV, you already know the system. You already know what they're doing. There's a nice save on that shot. But just, you know, it's instilled. The system's instilled. Now you just have to go out and execute. And it's about finding those correct 10 players for the Rams this year and in the first couple of games that are able to execute it.
Speaking of execution, this just in from Jesse Ryder, head coach of Mansfield Christian Girls. 8-0, they take care of the TY Tigers of Mansfield Senior, with Natalie Ricker a hat trick on opening night. Brooklyn Ryder a couple goals. Bella Ryder 2 goals. Marlia Rader a goal as well.
That is a team on the girls' side that I am very excited about watching this year. Possibly, you know, you think about Jesse Ryder, you think about those Mansfield Christian boys teams, state runner-up, state championship, state Final Four. Now he's got a girls' squad that probably already the best one Mansfield Christian girls soccer's ever seen, and they're already showing out.
Yeah, we'll certainly be able to show you some showcases from the Flames this season. Have 3 Mansfield Christian home broadcasts for both the boys and the girls. So looking forward to seeing what Jesse can do with what he feels is the most talented team in MC history. It's going to be the second foul against Madison.
Yeah, a little shoving at first, and then just a little bit of frustration there.
Kade's done a really nice job of controlling and just taking what's there so far here in this first half, what you would expect from a 4-year starter.
Especially in a game like this, you don't have to press. You know what you're going to be able to do against Madison. Don't overdo it. Just do the simple things, especially in game 1. Get back into that groove, you know. And then the intricate stuff will come.
Certainly showcased some razzle-dazzle, some flair throughout the course of his career. As Davies, the captain, backtracks. Madison has had some rare touches recently. They'll get one in the attacking third, though, here with Ashton Huffman. And it's knocked out of bounds. The Colts retreat. And they'll swat it away as a throw-in's coming up on the far side of the field for Madison, with just over 13 minutes to go before we reach the halftime break. When we do, we'll have your Global Energy Partners halftime show. Break down the first half and get you set for the next 40 minutes.
Good to be back, Brian.
Yeah.
You know, we've been in the office, our beautiful new office space in Mansfield for the last week and a half, but, you know, kind of like the Clear Fork players, chomping at the bit just to get back out and get the game action, and just like us, we're happy to be out here.
Weichel the step over, blast off, diving save. Colts are going to get their second corner kick. And a good sign here for the Colts coaching staff that Owen Weichel looking for his own right there, taking that message to heart. This is just a big scrum. Back post, Swindle gets a head on it. Turns back the opposite way.
Yeah, did the Madison defender get a head on it as well? Or was that just a misheader?
I think both guys were able to marginally get a piece. Second look on the G&M body shop. Replay right there. At least the pressure from the Madison defense turned that into a tough header for A.J. Swindoll. Quick throw in here by Michael Martin. McCauley goes touchline and can't keep pace. Goal kick on the way here for the Rams.
But McCauley, he's going, that's his spot down there. Right on that goal line left, trying to get the open crossover like we saw in goal number 1.
McCauley put up 13 goals, second best on the roster a season ago. Good pressure here by Clear Fork. Cal Berry. One touch again. Here's Weichel to the middle. Another step over. Got it on a string right now. Berry. Good look by Martin. Drew a couple defenders back to Kel.
Nobody home. And did you see how this was the Clear Fork defense there? Kind of lulled Madison into making that short pass, and then they just attacked and got the easy turnover and almost turned into goal number 3.
Beautiful night here in Belleville. Like Travis said, outside of the press box, very comfortable, I think, for all the fans in the bleachers. Starting to fill up. It is a doubleheader here tonight. We got the girls taking center stage under the Friday night lights.
That should be a fun one.
Two teams with big expectations. It's McCauley pushed to the right, takes a seat, and punched out by Stone. Madison's defended nicely over about the last 10 minutes or so after giving up that second goal. The rocket shot from A.J. Swindle. Here's Setzer. He's got one already. Turns inside, sets it up.
Ooh, just
behind.
Yeah, it was a great idea, but the way he was running, he kind of curved that, and it went with the pass just out of reach.
Berry with a ton of greenery in front. Finn surveys. Now McCauley. Looked like Kade Bishop on his back. He's going to draw the foul, and we might get a card here. Henry Brinkley just going to get a stern talking to. Third foul against the Rams sets up. Looks like Finn McCauley here. Can certainly take aim from the football 22-yard line. 5 players all fanned out back post. And just drifts that one a couple feet too tall.
And we've seen that a couple times with his shots. He's got the bend him like Beckham, but he's getting just a little bit too much underneath the ball when he's kicking it, and it's sailing through the wrong uprights.
Still 2-0 on our Wellspring Custom Pharmacy scoreboard here tonight. Shout out to Stephanie Lane and the good folks over on West 4th Street in Ontario. If you need any vitamins, minerals, lotions, whatever the case may be, go in, talk to Dr. Lane, and she will get you set up. Rams are going to get set up here too. Davies, though, off the turn, met by Coyberry. A little slow there with the motion. Madison takes their time off the throw, and it's a little behind the intended target of Isaiah Bloost, who rips it. And that one hits the post. Second time tonight, Madison has been able to sneak one by 99. Look at this turn. In traffic, great ball. Kept it low, just a bit unlucky.
Man, they're two posts away from having this even in the final 7 minutes of the first half, but man, hand it to Madison. They've had some very good chances here at goal in this first half. It's just a little bit unlucky.
Finn splits a pair, turns Weichel, lots of space. AJ back to Weichel. Here's Owen. Deflected again. How many times have we seen Landon Stone take the brunt of a shot so far today? You really got to appreciate those defenders that'll just go stand in the line of fire like that.
Absolutely. I wouldn't want to do that. The bruising that you'll have after matches doing that time in and time out. But you're also just showing your coaches and your teammates that you're doing anything for them.
Another decent build up here for Clear Fork. Oh, how about Beachy? The spinorama back for Kel Berry. He wanted to press it inside, take him right off his foot by Hudson Bays.
That's a good job from him, not getting frustrated and fouling there. He just kept the pressure on and he forced the turnover. And he's coming out now for a substitution. This is a good teaching moment from Coach Gailey, saying, hey, you pressed that a little bit too much, but very good job getting the ball back and not fouling.
This one finds the feet of Easton. Drops it back. Rams starting to move some bodies forward now with Bloost. Decent setup outside.
Oh, what a slide.
But Swindle, those legs are about 14 feet long. Very disruptive. And the whistle's going to go against Madison.
I mean, he did do the hype shoot with us. They are 14 feet long. They literally are.
Confirmed.
We needed a new lens just to get him in picture.
He's got a goal tonight. Made it 2-0. Back defending.
But for him to even just have the presence of mind to just go down and slide like that to deflect it, that just tells the mindset, the way he's been playing. That's a very smart move, knowing that you had enough space that you weren't going to foul. So just give up the slide there.
Wes out to the edge there of his perimeter. Collects and finds Kabuto Setzer, sneaks it through. Weichel. It's got Kade Beachy in the middle of the field.
Look at a corner.
Corner kick number 3 on the way here for the Colts. And off of a Madison shot. Able to really switch gears quickly. It's been a while since the Colts have been able to put one on frame. We'll see if they can get it here with a set piece. Weichel. Center cut too much. Backheeled by AJ. Ooh, McCauley helicopter down. He's able to spring right back up. Here's Finn at the controls. Battling with Stone.
Ooh. Yep.
And he gets rolled up.
He's going to get another nice chance at goal, too. almost straight on.
Got both he and Kade Beachy right around the ball.
And if I'm right, this is the spot where the U.S. national team scored a couple goals off of free kicks in the World Cup.
So they've seen it in motion. They know what to do. A step over. Now McCauley bends it, but into the hands of the keeper.
And you see he took a little bit too much off of it that time after the last two shots were over the goal. Tried to just chip it in there and not quite enough on it to get the speed past the goalie.
Off the deflection, Bloost taken away. Rams look a little tired on that back line right now.
Yeah, they're just trying to get to the half down 2-0, or at least get a chance to cut it in half.
2-minute warning, 2 minutes.
It's going to be the first Clear Fork foul right there.
Yeah, a little grabbing action going on right there.
So the Rams got it teed up in an advantageous position right here, and a rare one for him, Travis, where everybody is on Clear Fork's side of the pitch. All back posts, driven a bit too firm. And Bunnell on the money. He is great with those throws and measured beautifully here for Finn McCauley. Couple touches with the right foot.
There it is. You knew it was a matter of time before he got that touchdown. And it's 3-0. And I mean, what a change of possession there. Quick reset by the goalie, quick throw out. Knew that Madison was pressing pretty much everybody and was able to flip the script into a goal for the Colts.
And what a difference it is going into the half down 2 goals versus a 3-0 outcome so far through these first 39 minutes. Game-changing play right there from the Clear Fork Colts. An assist from Beachy and McCauley. Really making some magic happen.
And I mean, we've been talking about it. It was just a matter of time before he was going to see that go into the net. A few shots early were too strong. That last free kick took a little bit too much off of it, but this time he had the open shot, and he placed it perfectly with the curve to the top corner.
Colts in command as the clock fades down to about 40 seconds here in half number 1. Colts might be smelling blood right here. Had him 4 wide.
They should have a chance for one more possession here with the last 20 seconds. If they can reset quick.
Setzer drops it in. Weichel.
Oh, what a reverse.
Sets it up. One-timer. Swindle. Pegged down and
3, 2,
knocked away by the keeper. Damage done though. Clear Fork will head into the halftime break with a 3-0 cushion. As expected, the Colts and their veterans playing like it so far here early. We'll be back here in Belleville. We'll have your halftime report presented by Global Energy Partners. Live and free Friday night football coverage returns in just a couple minutes.
and there's also
being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
At Mechanics Bank, banking is more than transactions. It's about the people behind them. From helping you navigate life to cheering on our local teams, we're here for you. Because banking is personal, and so are we. Mechanics Bank. Independent, local, always your bank.
When you buy supplements online, you don't always know what you're getting. Some products can be counterfeit, expired, improperly stored, or sourced from sellers you can't verify. At Wellspring Custom Pharmacy and Health Source, we prioritize trusted brands and quality standards so you can feel confident in what you put in your body and get real guidance so you're only buying what you need. Skip the guesswork and shop local at Wellspring Custom Pharmacy and Health Source, located in Ontario.
Better off without all the talking. Don't even speak, but they still be stalking. Eyes on the prize, just keep on walking. I'm burst, but I can't stop pouring, scoring. No, I won't stop scoring, boring. That man just boring.
High school soccer is back, live and free, and thanks to our amazing sponsors like Global Energy Partners, helping communities with exceptional work while utilizing local businesses. Our friends at Wellspring Custom Pharmacy and Health Source, helping you choose effective vitamins and supplements and can prepare custom medications as prescribed by your healthcare provider or veterinarian to manage hormone balance, mouth soreness, pain, autoimmune conditions, and many more. G&M Body and Paint Shop. Choose the auto body repair shop that the Mansfield area has trusted for more than half a century. Proud supporter of local athletes. American Homestead Exteriors. Our commitment to excellence is reflected in our strong and reliable exterior solutions. Call us today for roofing, siding, gutters, and more. Avita Home Health and Hospice, providing high-quality community health care and improving the quality of health in families throughout their lifespan. And finally, Richland County's only independent bank, Mechanics Bank. Right now, 3-0 is your score as Clear Fork is beating up on Madison, but we've got one more half to go. And don't go anywhere. Coming up immediately after this game, we will have your part 2 of your doubleheader as the Madison Lady Rams take on the Clear Fork Lady Colts live and free right here on the OH Report.
Being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
Helping you navigate life to cheering on our local teams, we're here for you. Because banking is personal, and so are we. Mechanics Bank. Independent, local, always your bank.
When you buy supplements online, you don't always know what you're getting. Some products can be counterfeit, expired, improperly stored, or sourced from sellers you can't verify. At Wellspring Custom Pharmacy and Health Source, we prioritize trusted brands and quality standards so you can feel confident in what you put in your body and get real guidance so you're only buying what you need. Skip the guesswork and shop local at Wellspring Custom Pharmacy and Health Source, located in Ontario.
Better off without all the talking. Don't even speak, but they still be stalking. Eyes on the prize, just keep on walking. I'm burst, but I can't stop pouring. Scoring, no, I won't stop scoring. Boring, that man just bore me. Don't care if you're born before me. Coming too hard and you won't ignore me, know me. Couldn't ever call me, no, know me. Don't even speak, but she still adores me. Explores me when I need restoring. I know I'm coming first for sure. I know that they love the chat, but what would they say when I'm selling out tours? Well, ain't no one know right now, so I guess we got.
It's halftime here in Belleville at the fabulous Colt Corral as we welcome you back. Thanks to our friends at Global Energy Partners. And hey, there's some friends of the Colts watching on, waiting for game number 2 to come up when the Lady Colts will be in action against Madison. But they're watching the boys right now show out on top of the visiting Rams 3-0. Brian Skowronski here on the call alongside Travis Berardi, and as expected, I think so far up to this point in the match, Travis, we thought that the Colts were going to come out here with the big experience factor and have a great first half, and for Madison, a lot to still be learned. Each side showed flashes, but the veterans were able to capitalize.
Yeah, and I was talking to you here during the break. Most of that time, it looked easy for the Colts. They didn't press too much. They just ran through their offensive sets, and they got a lot of good looks, and they're up 3-0. On the other side for Madison, they had a few good runouts, and honestly, if it wasn't for 2 posts, it could be 3-2 or 3-1 at least, but some bad luck for the Rams, and, you know, just the senior leadership, the experience of the Colts just showing out already here through 40 minutes.
Take a look at your first half stats presented by Global Energy Partners. The Colts were able to take aim 13 times and 6 on target for Madison. A perfect 5 for 5. So when they've had their looks, they've at least been keeping them on frame. As mentioned, a little unlucky. 2 of them hitting the post. They went near side on each of them. West Bonnell was unable to actually get to each of those shots, but they ended up parrying out to the side, and that's why they're still sitting on that goose egg right now.
Yeah, they showed that is a regulation goal. Hit the post yep. Didn't do anything, you know. Yeah, this is a good goal. This is a good goal post. We're good here, but no, just, you know, sometimes soccer is a matter of inches. If that's, you know, an inch more inside, maybe it deflects into the goal. But hey, that's soccer for you, and for the Rams here, they're looking to establish something with this pretty much new squad. That it's just a tough break, but also something that, hey, we did get it on net. We were a little unlucky, but that was a good play.
Speaking of good plays, you just saw Kabuto Setzer just over 2 minutes into the match, made it 1-0, and then A.J. Swendel, like he was mad at the ball, put a lot of pace behind that one. Top shelf, you heard, 2-zip there at that point. That was at the 21-minute mark, and then Finn McCauley, little icing on the cake going into halftime. Who doesn't want dessert before dinner? 3-0 right there with that one, and the Colts in total command as the Clear Fork faithful. What a great venue here, sitting here on the hillside, taking it all in on a gorgeous night. 78 degrees, the sports gods shining on us here for Friday Night Football in the Valley.
Yeah, you couldn't have asked for a better night, and you couldn't have asked for a better start for the Colts as they look to get win number 1 and what they hope will be many, many victories this year.
Colts, as we talked about, started the season 0-2 last year, losses to Madison and then Kidron Central Christian in their home opener here. They'll go on the road and take on the Comets coming up in their next match, trying to reverse their fate and go 2-0. And for Madison, Well, what an unbelievable start they had to their season last year. All those wins they drew with New Philly out of the gates, and I think that was kind of a head scratcher for them. But other than that, their only loss that they took in the regular season to Olentangy Berlin before eventually dropping to Sylvania Southview. And many around the Rams program felt as though that was the most talented team that they've ever had. Even you look back at the teams that had Ryan Poore and the beautiful runs that they had. But if you can believe it, 26 years on the job now for Tim Lord. Still hasn't been to regionals. No district championships. That is a tough one to stomach, I'm sure, for Coach, being right there on the doorstep the last couple of years.
Well, even 2 years ago when they played Perkins and it was a late goal by Perkins, I believe that was overtime that they scored that. It was just, you know, he's been oh so close with these squads, but just could not get
start of the senior class that graduated a season ago when they started as freshmen. I mean, that you want to talk about taking your lumps that years, where they had 4 or 5 ninth graders in the starting roles and then grew into great form by sophomores and then fantastic seasons in juniors and seniors. We already talked about it, Travis. There's a lot of upperclassmen on this Rams team. They just don't have experience at the varsity level. Now they've got 40 minutes under their belt. We've seen Easton Grant. He's a junior getting his first varsity minutes. He looked electrifying at times. Zach Davies as well in the middle. He's got on the captain's band. So look for those two guys. I think they built a little bit of confidence in that first half. Hopefully the back line doesn't feel devastated by that Finn McCauley goal with just 77 ticks before halftime. And the Rams might be able to just hang around here and keep this at a manageable game. Down by 3, you're not out of it just yet, but can they produce enough offensive looks to try to change the course of this match against what seems like an overmatched opponent? About to find out here with half 2 on deck.
Yeah, and Madison spent way too much time in their defensive zone, and you even mentioned it, like they seem to be tiring a little bit, and that was right before the McCauley goal, as they're trying to get some money here.
Hey.
Nearly cashed in, but just, you know, the 3 cherries were just off the center the last 2 times, and they were unable to cash in. Is another injury right here.
This is Max Thomas. Looks like he's favoring his left quad.
And we're stopping for at least the injury timeout, and it's either that or the you know, that unspoken area that we males always flinch when something like that happens.
Well, Max is at least back up to his feet. He's hunched over, not feeling great about life at this point, but he's going to walk it off.
You just got to walk it off and take the pain. It's not a good feeling. We've all been there, bud. It's just, you know, it will get better. Just not right now.
Just 30 seconds in as well. And Thomas is going to get checked out here by Coach Lord. Slowly making his way off the pitch.
So you mentioned what you'd like the Rams to do here in the second half. Try to keep it close, trying to get something going. But what would you like to see from the Colts here with the 3-0 lead?
The game plan looked like it was executed in the first half.
Absolutely.
I thought that there were more chances that potentially could have ended with goals. So for Coach Gailey, while you're never satisfied as a coach, I think that you saw what your team was able to accomplish and coming away with 3, and you don't have to change much in terms of the attack. Matter of fact, just keep doing what you're doing. You've got them on skates at times. You've got the 3 best players with the ball at their feet on the pitch. Let them take command, and so far it's been good enough.
Easily good enough.
Blues drops it off, broken up, intended for Stone.
Do you think this half could be a half to where some of these other guys that don't have a lot of confidence in shooting the ball, you give them a couple extra chances?
Well, I think guys like Kade Beachy, he's such an outstanding teammate, and more importantly, he's just a good soccer player. If he sees that somebody kind of needs a confidence boost, look for Kade to find him as he gets walloped in the middle of the field. Caden Bishop takes him out. It is football season. Watched some preseason football last night. Tons of it on NFL Network.
Go Steelers.
Congratulations to them. Might be the only win they get all season.
When do the Browns play, by the way?
Tomorrow, 1 o'clock.
Okay.
As that takes a one-hopper. McCauley looked like he rushed it a bit. First shot of the second half for either unit. Finn, a little sidestep. Gets around the defender. Kabuto sets her. Too far of a distance to catch up. And it'll be out of bounds for a goal kick.
No, that's a corner. That touched the goalie last and bounced out. I think they're giving them a corner.
Will indeed be a set piece coming up here for Clear Fork, so they'll benefit from that beautiful setup from Finn. Owen Weichel got it teed up. McCauley near side. Instead he goes back post. And Martin caught it with the back heel. It'll be another save for Madison. Oh, how about this run? 1-on-1, but the step on top, the turn, it's low.
Oh, wow.
Wow, Corey Berry got on his horse here inside of the corral and saves what could have cut this down to a 2-goal difference.
Wow, what a play. That's just keeping with the play no matter what. And he just, at the last second, was able to flick that out before it crossed the goal line. Effort play there.
And a bit of devastation for Easton Grant. Did everything necessary except for find the net.
Wait. Are we getting a PK?
After a conversation between the two referees, they have determined, it looks like.
Did they say he got pulled down inside the box? I saw the referee give like a pulling motion. The Clear Fork coaches are asking what happened.
Jace Feeman certainly was in the area. And they are indeed going to award a penalty kick. And Easton Grant is the player who's going to line up and take it here for Madison.
I mean, what a boost this could be for the Rams early on in the second half if they can cash this.
They were inches away from scoring just a moment ago, and their fortunes may have just changed here. Another opportunity. Grant gets low, burns it to the far side. It is now 3-1, and quickly he wants to get it out to center field. Madison with an early goal here in the second half.
So that kind of changes things, Ski. I mean, the late goal to end the half made it 3-0, but immediately, not even 5 minutes into the second half, that deficit right back down to 2, where you feel a little bit better. I mean, Madison, that's momentum right there. That's a chance, and now, what can you do with this momentum? This is the first time you've gotten a goal in the net this season. You're still trailing, but you do have Clear Fork thinking, at least right now, as we get back to the last 36 minutes of this match.
Gavin Faith with a low driving punt. And again, you see Easton Grant, just great motor out there, constantly working, trying to put pressure, good pace on that back line. Crowded area down here for Clear Fork. So get a little bit better spacing for Weichel. Setzer flicks it right back to him. Oh. And undercooked out wide. So Michael Finley to midfield. Now the Rams starting to press forward. Out for a goal kick, though. Kade Beachy able to cut off the offensive player.
Yeah, he did a good job there just shielding till the ball went across the line.
Oh, another good ball.
Offsides.
If you go to the VAR, imagine Easton wasn't too far off here.
Maybe a half step.
AR recognized it immediately. First offsides on either team so far tonight.
And after the Rams goal just moments ago, that was a big one too. That would have been a one-on-one once again on the net.
Do you want to say hello to everybody out there watching live and free tonight on our Facebook and YouTube channels? Great to have you with us here on opening night, Friday Night Football. As Beachy sets it up for McCauley, looking for his second. But Faith has that in himself, and he's able to come up with the stop.
As George Michael once said, you got to have faith. Madison there did.
So Tim Lord's keeper makes an excellent save. And we're seeing a little bit of a shaky back line here at the moment for Clear Fork, allowing Easton Grant to make some tough runs right through the middle. Here he is again looking to get a touch, but whistled for a second offside.
Yeah, I'm just getting a little too excited now. Easily, he was on the wrong side of his defender there. But yeah, Madison, they're playing with confidence now.
Yeah, it's amazing what putting a ball in the back of the net can do for you. Very similar to basketball. They say all you got to do is see it go through once. It can change everything. Might be the case here. Roster wide for this Madison squad, though the Colts are starting to bring a little bit of pressure, turning up the heat here offensively. Just barely 6 minutes gone by here in the second half. As Beachy went back post. Had Kade Beachy there. Quick throw in for Kel. AJ swings that one and it's over the top. Yeah, missed everything.
I've seen the Colts they're forcing a little bit more here in the first 7 minutes of the second half. You think if this was in the first half of what they did, that there might be a couple more passes, allow the offense to get set up and leads to good chances. But you see now they're rushing a little bit more and they're not getting the looks on net that they have been.
Here's Weichel, two defenders on him. Great ball, Kade Beachy. Now swatted out of there, cleared for Madison momentarily. Weichel pushes out wide. A lot of black jerseys making their way into the attacking third.
Good idea. Good idea.
Too far out in front, though.
LCP
in the house. Unbelievable season last year for the Lady Colts. Can they duplicate it? They're replacing a lot this year. However, Brittany Bechtel pretty high on the incoming freshman, and feel like some girls that took a back seat last year might be able to step up.
It's just like with the boys team. It's like with the girls basketball team here. It's the feeder systems. They already know these freshmen are good because they've played some good competition growing up. They already know the system here. Now you're just able to put them where you need them and let them go.
Flicked out in space. Turned wide by Coy. The Colts do well just to knock it out. So we're going to stoppage and play.
It's crazy to see how soccer has just progressed in the last maybe 10, 15 years, the years that we have been pretty much covering sports in North Central Ohio, Brian. Just the way that these schools have invested not only in varsity soccer, but like we said, like the mini soccer too. And it's shown with all these teams making it to regionals, winning conference championships, district championships, and whatnot.
The programs with the best feeder systems tend to have the best varsity programs, and it just all ties together, getting the kids involved. Makes it exciting for them.
Yeah. And, I mean, it's Ohio, so football is king here. And you have basketball. But like we said, the schools that are investing in doing soccer, it's shown out.
A missed touch there by Wes Bunnell almost cost Clear Fork. This could have been very damaging. Oh, right there. So close to being a one-touch, easy goal to make it just a one-score difference. Instead, it's the Colts now. 4 players moving up. Weichel at the controls, sends it out wide. One shot, it's parried, spilled out in front in a push. Max Thomas lucky.
Yeah, that could have been.
Whistle never came,
that could have been a PK.
Look at this right here, 2 hands.
Oh yeah.
But I think because the keeper already had possession, that you overlook it.
It was, one player was just trying to avoid the keeper. The other one was trying to stop and collided with them. It's one of those situations. You're right.
Weichel didn't get a ton behind that one, but it is shot number 4 for the Colts here in this second half. Left foot bent right into the hands of Faith. Pressure on the far side from Jude Gailey draws the eye and the whistle. Second foul against the Colts in half number 2. Madison hoping to showcase some depth this year, and think, flipped up. West dives just to make a play. Shuts it down.
Madison has sure had their chances in this match.
Yeah, second time over the last several minutes that Wes Bunnell has just made a slight misread. Couldn't get to the ball and clutch it. Madison, though, not able to capitalize. Beachy wants to get a quick throw down the line. Kelberry gets it back to Kade. Always a wise decision. Beachy sends opposite way. Ball's ripped back post, and Jude Gailey just a couple of feet off.
Yeah, again, nobody on that backside to be there to deflect it in. I mean, there was somebody there who was just a little too strong for him.
Looks like Kelberry's going to check out. Landon Stone also heading over to the sideline for Madison. He's played really well so far here tonight. Gailey lobs it deep down into enemy territory, into the corner. Pressure from McCauley forces that to be headed out by Hudson Bays. Throw-in coming up here for the Colts. Weichel near side here for Johnny Annis. Tried to settle it. Pretty good poke here with the left foot.
When I saw the ball bounce like that, I thought he had no chance. But he was able to collect that and put a rocket on, but just to the right of the net.
19 shots tonight for the Colts. They've been taking aim. Physical play there by A.J. Swindle. Just trucks through Braxton Cole, the freshman. And Tim Lord getting some new faces out on the pitch here in the second half that did not get minutes to start things off.
Ooh. Yeah, that's just a case of early on just trying to see what pieces fit, and also the wear that some of these players had as Clear Fork just kept coming at them in that first half in their own zone. So trying to give those guys a little bit of a breather and trying to see if somebody else can step up.
Business decision for Jack Foster. Colts moving up some bodies here. Here's Annis. Beachy's just so skilled, able to get by the first wave,
what a pass.
set it up out wide here. Weichel into the hands of Gavin Faith. Rams down by just a couple. 15 minutes burned down here in half number 2. A pretty night in the valley. Temperatures staying steady. It was 78 degrees at kickoff. That's still where we're at now.
Only humidity is in the press box.
But it's even cooled down up here as well.
We have all the windows open in here.
Setzer had the first goal of the season. Pushes out wide and beat to the punch. Beachy by Foster. Rams and Colts each make a substitution. Cal Berry returns for Clear Fork. He'll replace Jude Gailey. And Caden Bishop trots off here for the Rams.
After the first half, it wasn't the best of starts for the Colts in the first 10, 15 minutes of that second half, but it seems like they've calmed back down playing what they did in that first half when they scored 3 goals.
Just need some of their playmakers to step up and do something individually. Setzer sets it up. There it is. Weichel's on the board. Might have been a little bit of a misplay by Cabuto.
I think he tripped over the ball and it just flipped over to him, so he gets an assist.
Goal by number 11.
I mean, watch this.
This was a slick move right here, but you're absolutely right. Might have slipped right on a 4-leaf clover.
He slipped on it, and it forced the ball right out to him for the assist. Everything turning up Colts right now.
At the 23:15 mark, 4-1. Big extension on our Wellspring Custom Pharmacy scoreboard. And some breathing room now for the home squad. Off the deflection, spills out here near side. Tracked down by Christopher Roper. Now here's the freshman Cole, switching fields to the middle. Grant tripped up and he'll get the call.
Ooh.
Yeah, AJ pretty demonstrative there. Got to watch himself. Certainly could have been worthy of a card. Not the action, but the after the fact.
Yes. Yeah, it looked like he might have gotten the ball, but he was a little extra physical while going after it too, and I think that's what got the penalty call, the foul call, I should say.
Colt setting up a 4-man wall. Madison circles back in. Braxton Cole. Now Easton off the goalpost. Just drove it a little bit too firm. Big ball by Westmanell. Drop back here for Gavin Faith.
Oh.
Sets her on his horse. Thought better than to try to go back post at that speed.
I mean, his passing from Clear Fork has been impressive today.
Yeah, great continuity out here for the Colts. Setzer lost that one, a missed touch. Headed away now by the Rams. Can't clear it just yet. Finley with the jump ball. Little push in the back from Barry. Keeps his feet. Switch fields now for Caputo. Sharp read, Jack Foster. Sophomore's played some big minutes here in this second half.
We have a man down from Madison on the other end.
It's Michael Finley, the senior, over near the Madison sideline. And he's just going to go ahead and check out. Flops down next to the bench. Kind of buries his face in his hands. So you take a look at Nate Gailey. 9th season here with the Colts. Enjoying what he feels should be the start to a fantastic season as we're at the midway point of half number 2. Colts will likely be favored in most of their matches this season. Central Christian coming up next, then they'll have Ontario and Norwalk. So 4 really good opponents out of the chute here for Clear Fork to get a good look. You don't make runs like they have to regionals the last couple of seasons without getting some tests. That's what they have going on this year.
It's what you have to do. I appreciate coaches that in non-conference go after some really good teams and test their guys. You may get 4 losses in there, but hey, you still play for a conference championship. You still get seated high in the coaches voting, and also your team's battle tested for the tournament. I don't know if I agree with some coaches that, they know they have a stacked squad, but they play a little bit of a lesser schedule non-conference just to say, hey, we went undefeated. And then you see them get upset in the second round or in a district semifinal because they haven't been actually tested. That guy has done right with his team by scheduling these squads. And they almost had a chance of getting another one because of Gallion not able to be playing soccer this year, and he's still searching for another good squad to test his team.
So if you're a good squad, you're a coach or an AD out there, give Nate Gailey a call. Hit up ADB Jets Brokaw out here in the Valley. Put it together.
And maybe we'll stream it for you, too. Who knows?
Hey, Nez, Travis. Do have plenty coming up on the OH Report all season long. Certainly down here in the Valley where we've got 16 total broadcasts on the way. Working with teams all over the state now.
Yeah. Next Thursday night is going to be quite the night for the OH Report. We're going to be in both NFL stadiums for high school football.
Browns hosting St. Ignatius in Avon. We'll have a highlight of that game. And then heading down to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see a longtime rivalry, Cincinnati-Princeton, take on Moeller.
Good friend of the OH Report, former Lexington AD, Joe Roberts, now the AD over at Princeton. Helped us get in with the Cincinnati area.
It looks like we've got our first card out here, Trav. It's going to be the first foul as well against Madison in the second half. As A.J. Swindle, who typically has been dishing out the pain here tonight, a little slow to get up, kind of ginger.
And he'll have a good look. About 28 yards out, straight on.
Want to give a quick shout out to Pam Back, Daniel Stotts, watching out there live and free on our Facebook channel tonight. Appreciate the comments. Send me a couple more. Let me know where you're watching from. Whoever the farthest away is wins a prize of, how about a double bonus game tonight, Travis, right here at the Colt Corral.
We'll let you watch the second game for free.
That's
yes.
right. No charge.
No charge
whatsoever.
I was about to say, if you guys are liking what you see, stick around. We'll have another one right after this one.
Low line driver that time. Beachy, very sneaky, snuck it under the wall. Gavin Faith coming up with the save. Fifth shot on net in the second half for Clear Fork. Do have just one goal to show for it so far. Jace Feeman getting involved now here on the offensive side of things. Rams settling back a little bit. Trying to make it tough on the Colts to try to breach their defense. As Micah Finley spins out wide. He's got a little bit of space. Now here's Easton Grant. Got the Madison goal.
Not enough help down there for him, though.
I'm not great at geography, Travis, but we got two comments that just came in. One gentleman in Connecticut.
Okay.
The other in Denver.
Oh, that's Denver. It's got to be Denver, right?
I would think that's about I can confirm that's a 20-hour drive from Mansfield anyways.
I know Connecticut's probably about 8 or 9 hours.
Another yellow card against Madison. They will send off Max Thomas.
A little frustration showing now for the Rams. Yeah, I think I have to give it to Colorado.
So it looks like Bev Nell right now, you're in the driver's seat to win that free game coming up next. Who can outdo her? And his back post pretty well struck, headed down, and it's in there. Kade Beachy. He's been dynamic, setting up his teammates so far tonight. This time the header, and it gets in there.
I will say, school hasn't started yet, but he's already using his head. No? Okay.
Sorry, I was watching the reaction just to make sure that it was Kade indeed.
Yeah.
There were two Colts in the area, and it certainly looked like it was Beachy off the side of the head.
Uh-huh. That was nice.
And Justin Gailey confirms 8.5 hours to Mansfield from Connecticut, so Colorado definitely is in first place right now.
Although I will say, it's almost that season where the sights are beautiful up there in Connecticut. In fall time with everything, leaves changing and whatnot. Mm-hmm. That's
not
place
quite. Come on, it's still summer.
Yeah.
We got another month.
Once next Thursday hits, the next thing we'll be talking about is Christmas, right? Fastest 10 weeks. Halloween, Thanksgiving.
Goodness.
It starts, next week.
To me, fall officially starts week 1 of the NFL season.
This is true.
So we're a little
I
ways
still
away.
got the trip for the fantasy football draft on Labor Day weekend and everything like that. Yeah. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Summer fun here on the OH Report, but the fall season kicking in. Yeah, school for most schools in Richland County starting up next week.
I know the fiance was out doing open house stuff the last 2 days at her school in the Massillon area.
And I'm sure not with a pumpkin spice latte just yet, sir.
No.
Turn inside, big deflection. Took a side spin, headed down right at the feet of Finn McCauley. He's got one already. And offside.
Everybody's still in their summer attire up on the hill.
Yeah, it's a nice night out here. Certainly shorts weather. But we've had the cloud coverage.
Yeah, the rain's staying to our south and west. Good thing we're not in Texas, where Jonathan Langdon is now. It's a heat dome there, still there.
Yeah, I can't confirm. I was in East Texas last weekend, and that hits different out there when it's 95 and 45% humidity.
You got to shout out your baby bro and getting married, too.
Big ups, Jack Doan. Congratulations for tying the knot. Lucky guy, Abby, the bride, was certainly the life of the party. Video dropping on BS Media, or at least a preview to the bigger video coming up here in about 2 weeks.
There you go. There you go.
So that's right. We make wedding videos too, people.
Mm-hmm. DJ too.
Chicka chicka choo. Couldn't do double duty at Baby Bro's wedding.
No.
I had
you
to
had to focus
live that one up.
Now, did you guys do the live stream for your family back in Colorado?
Oh, you better believe it. Grandma had a watch party back in Craig.
Did she give you her final say on how it went? Like, did she commend you on your stream or what?
Grandma has not reached out and given me any compliments or lack thereof, so I was filming and getting those beautiful cinematography angles while Cousin Brody, shout out, was running the live stream on my phone. So he did a pretty good job. I heard the audio was very crisp.
Perfect.
So it went well. I know that they were able to tune in. My Aunt Jeannie and some of my other cousins that were at the watch party said that it was beautiful. They shed some tears. So
did they dance?
It went good.
I don't know if you had any.
Party?
I don't know if you had any, like, you kept it for the reception too, or anything like that, to where
just ceremony.
Just the ceremony.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We couldn't keep it going all night. You know, eventually,
you had to enjoy yourself too. You know,
boys got to eat. And
Yep.
Have a couple of those Texas beverages and showcase the two left feet, Travis. That's how it goes.
Amen, brother.
Nobody out here really has two left feet. Very
Great.
skilled. And how about 5 goals by 5 different human beings tonight for the Colts?
That is a blueprint you will be seeing a lot this year with the Clear Fork Colts. They just have so many pieces on this offensive puzzle that just put it in the net at any given time. And like I said, you can't double team 5 different guys. That would mean you had nobody else on the other 5. So
Setzer looking for his second. Busting right into the back, man.
Number 9, Setzer.
He was the first goal of the night, now potentially the last at the 11:57 mark, even though Clear Fork starting to find a rhythm here offensively. These seniors have scored all the goals, but when you got 13 of them, there's a lot to choose from.
it's a good chance you're going to have a senior scoring when it's that, yeah.
So about 4 minutes after Beachy put away his first goal of the season, Setzer now takes the lead for the season.
But also what's very impressive, too, is Madison came out, got the PK, had the pace of play going their way for about 10 minutes. But then Clear Fork recovered and then just back to what got them into the net in the first half. And that's very impressive how they were able to answer that.
Colts have been responsible for the last 3 goals after the PK from Grant that came just over 3 minutes into the second half. Kind of changed the complexion, made it feel like Madison had a bit of momentum. And to your point, Clear Fork, they've done exactly what you would expect from a veteran unit, especially at home. They have stepped up here, 3 unanswered since the 23-15 mark. Big chase down. Barry gets to the ball first. This is where Madison's really run into trouble tonight when they get into the attacking third, and it's not one of those big balls through the middle where they're able to have an Easton Grant try to just catch up with it. When it's connecting passes and just showing some fluidity offensively, Tim Lord's team, they need some development, obviously. This is the first time in a varsity match that any of these combination of players have been on the field together, so it's going to take some time, and you would anticipate, Travis, probably the first, I would even say 3 weeks of the season is still a filling out process. How many freshmen can you break into the lineup? Are there sophomores that didn't really get a great chance during some of our scrimmages that we just throw out there and see what they've got and maybe they step up? So plenty to be learned, but not for Clear Fork.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're pretty set, and they know who owns which positions.
And for Madison, it will come. It's going to take some time with, like we said, everybody's a new starter on this squad. There could be some other guys that come in that replace in this game, things like that. But I believe that with the players that are on this squad, with the coaching they have, Madison, it will start to click, and you may see them pulling off maybe an upset or two later on in the season. But like I said, with Clear Fork, they've got all the pieces in place, set up, and they're doing at least putting up a 6-piece so far here with 9 minutes left.
That would have been good for 3 if this was football. And Swindle, maybe he needs to try out for kicker. I know Nash Evans is quality down here in
Dude's
the Valley.
clutch. I mean, look at him week 1 last year against the defending state runners-up.
You ain't wrong. But AJ's cooked a couple through the uprights here tonight. See a lot of the youth players for Clear Fork making their way here into the building, and
the future.
I've said it 1,000 times on all my soccer broadcasts down here, but I truly feel that Brittany Bechtel runs the best youth soccer program in the area, bar none, boys or girls. She's involved. She's in all of it. I don't know how she has the time. She looks like she's still 20 years old. And Brittany, I believe this is going to be year number 22 for her. Insane.
I mean, she continues to go out there with the squad. She continues to do everything right. I mean, you said it, nailed it right on the head. She has really changed the complexion of soccer in North Central Ohio, because other teams have started doing exactly what she's done, and you see them starting to pick it up too. Yeah. But it's Bechtel that has, I've said this word a lot tonight, the blueprint on what makes a successful program.
And one last reminder that we do have Madison versus Clear Fork, the ladies edition, coming up next. They'll be under the lights. I anticipate that'll probably be 7:15 kickoff, somewhere in that department.
Yeah, they get, what, a half hour in between to get ready? Because they're already out there warming up, I see. But we'll have it for you. Why don't we just let everybody watch it for free?
All right.
You know?
It's not just going to be Bev in Denver. You guys
But keep shouting Bev out, because, the dedication of watching all the way in Denver. But, let's just show it to everybody live and free. Let's not be like those other people that are, greedy and want to show these matches under a paywall.
Live in $12.
That just don't sound right, man.
Not here, not ever.
Especially after 7. This is year 7. It's crazy. Year 7 of streams here on the OH Report. It seems like just yesterday we started off with our first ever stream right here between Madison and Clear Fork. But you get used to saying live and free,
I think year 6. We started in 2020, right?
2021, 21, 22, 22, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7. This is the 7th.
Yeah? Okay. I'm no mathematician, Travis. I cheated my way through high school. Macaulay, cheats this one up into the upper deck. Scared a couple of bystanders that were not quite prepared for that one. Get some changes here, 4 of them for the Colts. It appears that Setzer's night is done, Finn McCauley as well.
It's about that time to think about who your MVP is tonight, Mr. Skowronski.
Yeah, I would love to hear from the fans out there as well. Certainly felt like the control of Kade, and
that's my vote.
I think he's got 2 assists, put one in of his own, and he's a playmaker. Oh, how about this fresh off the bench for Barrett Walters?
He was too open there.
Yeah, beautiful dish. Just thinking about the shot before his feet arrived. So the clock fades down to 5 minutes remaining here in Belleville. Great opening night performance here by the Colts. Madison hung tough early, scored a goal to start this second half. And Clear Fork trying to close out and show out in front of these home fans.
They did what they needed to do tonight. It was a little shaky there for about 10 minutes to start the second half, but the other 70, that was very impressive on opening night.
Walters can't get to that one either. That'll be flicked out of bounds, just on the left side here of the Clear Fork bench. Legal throw gives it over to the Madison Rams.
Now, I don't know if you have their schedule up in front of you, but who do you think is going to be the toughest test for the Colts here this season?
Without having a full scouting report of Central Christian, I would say they're just such a perennial powerhouse. They go to Final Fours, it seems like, every other year. So coming up their next match, I think that is on Tuesday. That's huge, and that's on the road. So you feel like that will certainly keep them engaged. Norwalk, they've had a pretty good program going. Berlin Highland, powerhouse team. And then at the end of the season, they finish up back-to-back. They get the Ontario Warriors. That's on the road. And then Ashland closing things out. Should be senior night for Clear Fork. And it'll be the last home match of a regular season. Colts will likely get a home playoff game if things continue the way that they're looking here tonight.
And then, I don't know, we don't know where the districts would be. I'm guessing maybe Clyde, something like that, but
long way away, but
yes,
they certainly, I feel like, will be favored in all their matches with the exception of probably 3.
Two-minute warning. 2 minutes.
Oh, here it is. Third time's the charm for Barrett Walters. He got set up a couple times, and under the 2-minute mark, he puts it away to continue the onslaught here for the Colts.
they added the extra point. I don't know if he deflected that over the goalie or just got the lucky bounce. Nonetheless, get him on the board.
Colts showing a lot of creativity in this second half, and weapons checking in off the bench here in what you would consider to be just wind down time, but making an instant impact. Barrett Walters, the junior.
Well, I mean, that's something too. Once this is like a Madison situation for next year, some of these players are going to be the ones that are going to have to take over and continue the streak that Clear Fork's had the last few years. You might as well get them into that system, get them playing that type of ball now when they have a chance so they can come in next year and try and continue stuff.
Special visitors coming to tap you on the back, Travis. Nope. Sorry.
Oh, I already see. For you Clear Fork people, their son is a Major League Baseball pitcher. Just tell you that.
Well, let's see who the first in the comments section can figure this season
By the way,
out.
a team that's also now making a stretch run to the playoffs, too. They've been impressive.
How about it?
As of late. You got your playoff tickets yet?
Down to the last 45 seconds.
Whoa. Well, there we go.
Getting some factoids from Mystery Lady. What'd you just find out?
Mr. A.J. Bluebaugh leads all of Major League Baseball in relief innings this season.
Wow. That's a cool stat.
That is a cool stat. And you folks, if you want to see his first appearance in Cleveland as a Major League Baseball player, we have that video on our OH Report Facebook and YouTube pages. That was a fun night, even though it was freezing.
And it looks like he just got engaged too, Travis. So big things going down for guys from the Valley, and then for dudes still living in the Valley as Clear Fork handles business here on opening night. 6-goal difference. They knock off Madison 7-1. We're going to take a commercial timeout. When we come back, not only do we have your post-game show presented by Global Energy Partners, we will have an MVP conversation on the way. Gotta talk to the senior, number 7, Kade Beachy. That's all coming up next.
Avita Home Health and Hospice is locally owned, locally managed. All of our staff, our board, everybody are members of the local community. Our medical director is a member of our local community and has practiced in Bucyrus for over the last 10 years. When you call in, you're getting a local person. The nurses that you talk to all live, work, and recreate in your community. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years and I've taken care of 3 generations of some families. We're the hometown people.
Don't even speak, but they still be stalking. Eyes on the prize, just keep on walking. I'm burst, but I can't stop pouring, scoring. No, I won't stop scoring, boring. That man just bore me. Don't care if you're born before me. Coming too hard and you won't ignore me, Couldn't ever call me, no, know me. Don't even speak, but she still adores me. Explores me when I need restoring. I know I'm coming first for sure. I know that they love the chat, but what would they say when I'm selling out tours? Well, ain't no one know right now, so I guess we got find out. Quiet for now, but they know I'm about. When I'm active, yeah, I'll give them a shout. Don't see fame now, don't want clout. I'ma get what I need. Don't fade up. Yeah, that. I'm sour. When I win, better give my flowers. So many things I'm trying to do on earth, and you ain't gonna stop me. That's why I'm stacking up my peas on a path, and you ain't gonna knock me off. Bad be dead wanna top me off. Either that or I'm getting them rings. A man like me, I can pat 'em both, and I can't be stopped just like Darth Vader. Yeah, that. Yeah, that. Yeah, that. Yeah, that. And you ain't gonna stop me.
Exteriors MVP. It is Kade Beachy, who did everything here tonight for game one. A 7-1 win over Madison. First of all, Mr. Beachy, congratulations. Just take me through this game. You know, Madison, everybody's new on that team. You guys knew that you could probably take care of business as you did.
Absolutely. I mean, the past 3 years, they've always been a tough opponent. You know, they had one of the best teams in the state a couple years ago, and we always struggle. And this year, we knew they lost a lot of seniors, and we knew that we'd come out and really try to dominate from the get-go. And I feel like we really established that just from the start and from the start of the second half. They got an early goal on us, but we still kept our composure and we did what we were supposed to do.
Yeah, I believe 5 different players scored in this one. Just what's that say about the offense to see everybody start to get things going in game one, especially ahead of a big matchup on Tuesday?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the fact that we have 5 different scorers on just Madison team is just unbelievable to me and to our team. It shows that we're an offensive threat from the wing, from the middle, from up top. And yeah, Central Christian's our next game, I think Tuesday, and they're a really tough opponent. But if we play with the team and as heart and just with effort, you know, the soccer will just slowly show itself through that, our team and stuff.
I know you guys always want a clean sheet, but that first goal by Madison kind of woke you guys up and gave you a little bit of, you were on your heels for about 10 minutes after that, only up 2, but then it seemed like you guys recovered and were able to get back to playing Clear Fork soccer. How important is it to maybe see that happen early on to see what you guys have?
Yeah, I mean, first 10 minutes of the second half, we did come out, I wouldn't say flat, but just not at our full potential. And they had a good run, and unfortunately we caused a silly foul, and they got a penalty for it. And it kind of was an awakening call. Like, we've always wanted to beat Madison, never beat them before, and so this was like, we got to step it up. And I think we really showed that after they scored. We're like, all right, boys, we really got to use our whole team and really show what we can do. And I think we did that.
All right, lastly, as always, you want to look into the camera and give some shout-outs. Go for it.
Absolutely. I want to thank everyone that came. I know some people came for senior night of the girls, but I really appreciate you guys all coming. I want to thank my mom and my dad and the whole family over there, my teammates, coaches. We had a great game today, and I obviously thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for giving us this beautiful day. And everyone coming out safe, no injuries.
There you go. Congratulations, Mr. Beachy, tonight's American Homestead Exteriors MVP.
At Mechanics Bank, banking is more than transactions. It's about the people behind them. From helping you navigate life to cheering on our local teams, we're here for you. Because banking is personal, and so are we. Mechanics Bank. Independent, local, always your bank.
When it comes to compounded medication, quality isn't a detail, it's everything. Because when it's made right, it can change how you feel day to day. With medication compounded to the right strength and the right form for you. At Wellspring Custom Pharmacy, we follow careful quality standards and take the time to get the details right so you can feel confident in what you're taking. Ask your provider about compounding or call Wellspring Custom Pharmacy today.
Your post-game show was presented by Global Energy Partners. What a showing tonight by the Clear Fork Colts. 7-1, they take care of Madison as the boys really get off to a nice start behind 24 shots on net as we show you the final stats of the evening. 13 of those ended up being on frame, and what was probably most fun here for Clear Fork is that of their 7 goals, made by 6 different players, and a lot of them seniors. Walters at the end of the game, the junior, coming through, getting his 5 minutes of fame and his 5 minutes of action tonight. Madison was pretty efficient, getting their shots on goal, just didn't have the ball very often. It was Clear Fork really dominating, getting it over on the opponent's side of the pitch for the bulk majority of the night. 7 fouls. Madison ended up picking up a couple of cards too. Things got physical at the end of the game and felt like a little bit chippy on the side of the Rams, but the Colts showed and proved that they are a force to be reckoned with, and a team certainly I think will be the MOAC favorite.
Yeah, this is exactly Mr. Beachy said. Maybe played a little flat that 10 minutes out of the half, but other than that, they played extremely good soccer in night one.
And you see that it's youth night here at the Colt Corral. A lot of these youngsters out here getting ready for game number 2. So do we. So we're going to shut things down here and get ready for the ladies stream. But you see what's coming up next for both of these programs. Tough game at Central Christian and Lima Shawnee's been an awesome program as well for Madison. So plenty to work on for the Rams, but I think they answered some questions here tonight. Appreciate everybody out there watching live and free. Round 1 of 2 coming up from the Colt Corral. Madison versus the Lady Colts. Due up next here on the OH Report. For Adam Thompson, Grady Heichel, and Travis Berardi, I am Brian Skowronski saying so long. Thank you to our sponsors for bringing it to you live and free. We'll be back here with more coverage very soon.